Okay, so we can take two half equations and we can combine them together to make a whole equation. First thing that's really important though is that we take two half equations, is that your electrons are on opposite sides. You can't have them both gain electrons or both lose. One's got to be gaining, one's got to be losing. Then the next important thing is that the number of electrons lost in one reaction must equal the number of electrons gained by the other, otherwise it wouldn't balance. So we can see here the chlorine has gained 2, but the silver's only lost 1. So what we do about that then is we can balance that by timesing the whole of the silver half equation by 2, as so. Okay. This shows us that two lots of silver react with one lot of Cl2. So we times it by 2, and then we're going to combine all the reactants together and all the products together. Like so. You end up with 2 electrons on each side, they cancel out, and then we're left with our overall equation. So overall equations never have electrons in, because if you balance the electrons properly with two half equations, they'll cancel out. Now, some half equations are in acid conditions, for example, alkaline conditions can have a lot of H plus and H2O in them. Sometimes you need to cancel that down. So here's one half equation here, got HNO2, an acid, here with H plus ions, going to NO2 gas, water, and we've got Mn2 plus water going to MnO2. So you can see both of them have waters and H pluses. We've got electrons on opposite sides, which is important. We've got 4 electrons here on this side, on the left hand side, 2 electrons here. The electrons aren't balanced. The first thing I've done is times this one here with Mn2 plus all by 2, so we have 4 electrons here as well. So they've both got 4 electrons. And you can see if I combine this, now the electrons will cancel out. Then you wouldn't have something in the reactants and in the products. But there's other things that can cancel out as well. We've also got H pluses. We start off with 4 H plus and we end up with 8. Well, that's the same as saying that we end up with 4, isn't it? And we start off with 4 waters and we end up with 3. Okay. Well, that's the same as saying you use 1. Just have 1 H2O. So now we can write out the full thing. Like so. Okay.